Namaskar, Vanakkam, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. Good evening to everyone. This is Express Expressions. Today we have a special guest, Mr. R.S. Sodhi, who is the Managing Director of Amul, the utterly butterly organization that we are all in love with. Mr. Sodhi, welcome to the show. This is a show which speaks with, where we speak with experts, statesmen, politicians on issues that matter, and the template is fear none, favor none. So दिल खोल के आप बेझिझक जो कहना हो कह दीजिएगा. My first question is, we all know Amul दूध पीता है India. So how have you managed to keep the supply of milk going? I know the collection system is panchayat to panchayat, and then you processing, and then distribution is decentralized. So how is Dr. Kurian's dream kept going?
Shankarji, you are right. Supply chain of milk has not stopped during this lockdown. Because when you talk about supply chain, milk is different. Supply chain of milk does not start from the plant to the trade or the consumer. It starts from the cattle and buffalo. We call it C to C, cow to consumer, or B to C, buffalo to the consumer. So even if we wanted to stop this supply chain, we can't. Because we can tell human beings that you are under lockdown, but we can't tell our cow and buffalo that you are locked down, please don't give your milk. So, and you see, milk is no doubt government that milk is an essential product. It's required, it's a food. But you have to also understand in India, milk is also a source of livelihood for 100 million families in the rural India. So one side, we have to provide food, other side we have to provide livelihood. So we understood that it won't stop. So what was required is how to involve everybody that you have to continue. So first thing is we did the communicate with all the stakeholders, that is the farmers, the road milk tankers, transporters, drivers, our factory workers, our second leg transport who are taking milk from Gujarat or other parts of India to Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, where we have got 82 dairy plants which are processing it, and also to our distributors and retailers that no doubt you are in your, Rozgar, your earnings, but now with carrying on this supply chain, it is not only your duty but also national interest. So you have to provide it. And I'm very happy to tell you, Shankarji, that not a single minute the supply chain of milk got interrupted. Because you see, in whole supply chain, it is only 1 day inventory. If we stop processing or distributing, the pipeline will clog and we will not be able to collect milk from the farmers next day. And this whole supply chain is integrated to technology, whether the automatic milk collection system at the villages or the GPRS which are fitted on each milk tanker. So we knew where the milk tankers have been stopped or what permissions to be taken from which collector, which SP, so that there is no disruption. But let me, Shankarji, tell you, instead of our approaching the various authorities for the various permissions, we got proactively, we were contacted by whether Ministry of Home Affairs or the various chief secretaries or the state administration that telling us that we know milk is very essential. So Amul should not stop milk procurement or milk marketing in their respective geography or in the state. So we got very good support for the local administration. So one side was the permission from the administration, but more than was the required was the social permission. You see?
Yes, how did you convince the farmers? And because they are under lockdown,
farmers were not very difficult to convince. On 17th of March, we started communication that what type of a safety measure they could take, each society, because when they come and they stand in the queue, so we have to tell the purpose of social distancing, sanitization, mask wearing. That is the one thing. That was not difficult because we have got the system. The problem was the social promotion to the supply chain partners. Because you say if a driver is coming from a village to carry a milk tanker from here to Delhi, and he comes back, villagers are not allowing him to come inside the village. Or if our milk, I was talking to just about 1 hour back, our distributor in the South Bombay, Javed Bhai, he was telling me when he was going out in the early morning to distribute milk and coming back, his neighborhood people were making a lot of objections that why you are going out of the society and you may bring the COVID. Then he has to explain them, you see, you want milk or not, like you want milk, same is the true for the South Bombay.
Very interesting statistics you have given that so many people are involved in Amul's supply chain from village to village, from district to district. I just want to ask for our viewers and readers, have you got any case of coronavirus because of your supply chain? How many people are involved? Not even a single case was affected? Are you saying that? We would be happy to know that.
Yeah. Prabhu Chawlaji, fortunately, there is no such case till now. There have been some positive cases reported in Bombay, but till now we are safe. I mean, we have this safety measure not only communicate to the farmers, all supply chain partners, the sanitization, road milk tankers, and we provided them food in all our plants or the warehouses. So these safety measures were communicated to 1 lakh supply chain partners also, transporter, drivers, cleaners, distributors, everybody.
What would be the actual numbers of human beings involved in distribution of Amul products throughout the country?
Starting from collection of milk from the village society to the distribution of milk or dairy products to the retailer, around 50,000 vehicles any day and around 1 lakh people in the supply chain.
Human beings in
any given time.
No, number of human beings must be much more. 1 lakh is the distributors and
and
buffalo owners and cow owners.
That is huge. 36 lakh farmers are involved. I said, which is the main source of income for them.
So
36 lakh farmers, and then 1 lakh supply chain partners, and then billions of our consumers. They are all the part.
No, why I'm repeating this question again and again because this is very interesting because everybody is interested in supply chain, dangers of supply chain, fear from supply chain. I just want to know that 36 lakh farmers and whatever who are working with Amul, you did not find any spike in the number of coronavirus cases which could affect your supply chain.
No, I tell you, in certain villages, cases came. So there was a protocol that in a particular village, if corona positive case has come in the Gujarat, later on because it came definitely. So what we have to do, we have to stop milk procurement from that village. Local administration of order. Village and the society needs to be sanitized because fortunately our members were not involved, but somebody else in the village was doing. So within 2 days, 48 hours, 72 hours, the local administration gave us a green signal that yes, now you can start all the precautions that we taken. We again resumed the milk procurement that particular village.
Of the top 1 lakh distributors and other things, none of them were affected by corona.
Yeah. All transporters, distributors, salesmen. Till now, we are thankful to God that till now, no such case has been reported.
So, Mr. Sodhi, I wanted to get this picture right. So, if we build this pyramid, you have 36 lakh farmers, 1 lakh, let me put it another, 1.3 billion consumers, 36 lakh farmers, 1 lakh supply chain people, over 50,000 vehicles used, and you have 82 dairy plants. Yes. And you have managed through the lockdown with few cases definitely, but uninterrupted.
Yes.
So how much milk are you distributing every day? How much butter? What is the output?
It's a very correct question. We are collecting around 26 million liters of milk per day, and we got 15% more milk today we are getting around 42 lakh liters more milk because the small players, the mithai shop, small dairies, small contract, they stopped milk collection because this lockdown.
Mhm.
So we got requests from the respective state government that because these people are working, can you increase the milk procurement? So we increased. If I give you a figure, during these 60 days, 2 months of lockdown, we gave around 8,000 crore rupees in the rural economy of mainly Gujarat. Cash,
Oh,
cash, 8,000 crore rupees. Out of that, around 800 crore rupees was the extra because whatever extra milk came. So other business were declining, we gave around 10% more. And that too also, when supply is more, we didn't reduce the price. Neither we reduce the price of milk procurement or we increase the price to the consumer. So whole supply chain work.
Amul should be included in the stimulus package. Then 8,000 crores is a large sum and it has actually been delivered on a day-to-day basis. There is evidence.
Yes, yes.
Shankar, that should be, I think, most liberal and most kind coronavirus is Mr. RSOD then.
We got help from everybody. We got
but I
cooperation
want to
from
know
everybody.
I want to know the economics of it, the P&L account. How would it affect your profitability and the 8,000 crore extra than what you paid them last year? Isn't
No,
it?
the 8,000 crore total value of the milk which we purchased and given cash, out of that 800 crore rupees the extra milk which we got. But I mean, there is no loss because we processed all the milk, sold whatever we could sell in the value added from, because there was no decline in demand of branded packed products. Whether you talk about Amul milk, Amul butter, cheese, ghee, milk powder, everybody rather we could sell more because we had the very good distribution uninterruptedly working. In spite of closure of Horeca hotel restaurants, initially for few days we faced a difficulty, but later on household consumption increased. Whatever we lost in the hotel restaurant segment, that much we gained in the household consumption. And like
that is interesting. India पिए अमूल दूध जो भी आपका नारा है, मतलब मेरे को तो पहली बार पता लगा रसमलाई भी आप बनाते हैं, आप बनाते हैं कि लॉकडाउन में मेरे को अमूल क्या क्या बनाता है ये भी पता लग गया.
That is true with lot of people. What you are getting, lot of people are alive. Yeah.
But your supply is limited. You are not able to supply what people are demanding. Old people like me.
Yeah, there are certain products which are suddenly the double demand is coming for cheese, paneer. So naturally, you have got the production constraint, and there have been certain areas where the limited time of distribution is there. So naturally, although we have increased our supply chain, where like ice cream supply chain was lying idle. The transporter,
थोड़ी सा मैं जो कह रहा हूँ ना, जैसे कहते कुछ मीठा हो जाए, कई नारा एक आया था, उनके यहाँ से कोई मीठा नहीं आया था ज्यादा, तो पहली बार लगा कि मीठा भी हो सकता है.
वो घरों पे ज्यादा मीठा खाते हैं.
Lighter movement aside, India is the largest producer of milk in the world. We account for almost 20% of milk production. Is it right?
Yeah, you are right. We are not only the largest producer, but we are the largest market and fastest growing market in the world.
But per capita consumption of milk is low.
No, sir. More than the WHO requirement. It used to be 110 gram in 1971. Today it is 400 gram per person per day.
What about America?
America, Europe, they are surplus. They are around 800 gram per person. But India, if I take Punjab or Haryana, it is already crossing America. So there are certain.
Yeah, milk. दूध पीने वाले भी होने चाहिए ना.
No. But every year it is growing, sir.
But most 50% of our market is an unorganized market. There was some kind of a.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. More.
So that must.
Yeah, 2/3 is unorganized. 2/3 market is unorganized.
That means farmers may not be getting the remunerative prices for them.
Yes, and that is where now, especially during this COVID, lockdown, and migration happening to the, especially the UP, Bihar, or Odisha, opportunity for using this migrant labor in the rural India for animal husbandry is more. I think that is what government is now this package of giving 15,000 crore rupees for development of dairy infrastructure, and that is a time for second revolution. Although Shankarji had written an article in 2013, this is time for second revolution. I think now again till that this is the right time, because now government has also understood the importance of second white revolution, especially for the rural India. So demand is there. Demand is there.
So Devi, I have sort of, this is a अटकी हुई record है मेरी. I keep arguing about this, saying that if Verghese Kurien could deliver milk on wheels, why Amul should not be empowered to deliver fruits and vegetables, perishables across the country? Because just as Dr. Kurien, what was his, with Tribhuvan Das Patel, what was his great contribution is to get farmers remunerative prices for their milk. Similarly, farmers are being denied remunerative prices for their vegetables and fruits.
Yes. Yes.
So I have been arguing for this national grid for perishables. The government put out something called ENAM, which we will not discuss. But this, what is the hurdle? What is the problem? Why? I know that in some products like frozen peas and all, you have been able to do some distribution. But this is the logical expansion for Amul. I mean, you've got the connect, rural connect, you have the urban consumer connect. So what is the challenge and what can we do?
Shankarji, you're right. There is opportunity for a lot of value addition in other agricultural producers, that farmers can get the major share of what consumer is paying in the urban India. But like Prabhu Chawla just mentioned, right now only 1/3 is organized. 2/3 in dairy sector is still unorganized. In the last 10 years, Amul has invested out of Gujarat also. Now around 18 to 20% of our milk procurement is happening outside Gujarat. So we have prioritized, because our core competence is milk. We have got a lot of distribution network set up. So that is why we are emphasizing more on milk, because perishability wise, milk is maximum. The thing, because we have realized whichever markets, whether UP we have got, Maharashtra or even West Bengal, even if we have collected 10% of milk, the farmers have got more for the remaining 90%.
Correct. You say establish the floor price. Basically on that.
Yes.
So if you were to expand to all the states, now you're collecting, you said 26 million liters, right?
Yeah.
Per day. So if you expand this, what could be the expansion? How much? What is the potential upside?
I mean, today it can multiply. It can multiply. I mean, last 10 years, our CAGR in milk procurement increased around 9%, which is very good. India's milk production is growing at the rate of 4.5 to 5, whereas our milk procurement is double the rate. So we are expanding much faster. But you see, Dr. Kurien Tribhuvan Das Patel, see, why Amul succeeded? Because of very selfless, dedicated political leadership, which was Tribhuvan Das Patel, and very committed professional leadership, Shri Dr. Kurien. So one has to see that how to get that combination out.
So Prabhu Chawla was asking me a couple of days back as to why India is not able to grow its milk products into overseas markets. We buy Swiss cheese, we buy other stuff. So
charging.
So what is the what can be done to make Amul a much more global brand? Why aren't we able to capture international markets?
Well, Shankarji, you are right, because our Honorable Prime Minister also said vocal for local, local for global. Like I said, we have got all the technology, all the products, all the cost competence to become a global leader, But look here, India is world's largest dairy market. India is also world's fastest growing market. Okay, whole world wants to come to India, and only 1/3 is organized. So just think, if you are a dairy entrepreneur, you want to invest 1,000 crore, which market will you invest? India, because which has got more potentiality. If I go to Europe, USA, Middle East, these markets are already saturated market. That's the degrowing. So you have to snatch market share from other established players, where investment will be same investment there or here. Indian markets will yield more result.
So the upside for the investors is, you're saying that only 1/3 is organized, 2/3 is unorganized. So the upside for growth is great.
Yes.
अमूल, थोड़ी सा एक बात आपसे मैंने पूछनी है. पीछे मिल्क पाउडर कंट्रोवर्सी हुई थी कि चाइना से ड्यूटी कम करनी है, एंटी कम करनी है, जैसे कंट्रोवर्सी छपी थी, आपको याद होगा. People are saying that it was only to protect अमूल की पॉलिसी इंप्लीमेंट नहीं, कि जो लिबरलाइजेशन होना था नहीं हुआ था. अमूल की मोनोपोली क्योंकि गुजरात से है, इसलिए मोनोपोली बनाने के लिए आप लोगों को प्रोटेक्शन दी. इज इट राइट?
नहीं, चावला साहब, let me tell you, we are very clear. We welcome any investment, any technology, any in India. You give me the name which world's biggest dairy companies have not come to India. But we are saying, bring your investment, bring your technology, bring your experience, but buy milk from Indian farmers. So there is no restriction in that. Anybody can do it.
Buy Indian milk. Processing. Buy Indian milk. Don't bring the concept.
Reason is simple. You take example of New Zealand. Only 10,000 dairy farmers are there, and rich dairy farmers. For them, it is a business. In India, the 100 million farmers are there, or milk producers. For them, it's a source of livelihood. So, which one do you like to protect? 10,000 rich dairy business of New Zealand, or 100 million dairy company? Half of them are packed up, because in supply chain is the most efficient. I was talking to one CEO recently, Istanbul, International Dairy Federation. They have come to India, they packed up. He said, we can't match the efficiency of Indian dairy companies. See, what you pay in Delhi for a liter of milk, 80% goes to the farmer. And you take Europe, only 36% goes. In case of USA, only 34%. And day by day, farmers' share is reducing. So their margin expectations are going up.
This is the cooperative movement which Dr. Cherian also encouraged. I am just getting natural extension should have been your Maharashtra, out of Gujarat and Andhra or somewhere in Tamil Nadu, where equally strong cooperative movement was there initially.
Yes.
Not gone out of Gujarat that much. Your expansion after Korean has not been as phenomenal as it should have been. Don't you agree on that?
Yeah. You see, I remember in 1982, when I joined Amul, Vijaya was on the peak, Parag, UP Federation was the peak. But I can tell you, purely because of not able to have professional management, these brands are totally vanished. And Amul is also expanding. We have got our own priorities and lot of investments required, etc. So that is what we are trying to see.
But I am saying that Amul has not peaked yet, but it looks like that you are not growing as fast as you should have gone. Compulsion on your part.
Let me tell you, Prabhu Chawla ji, last year Amul brand turnover was around 50,000 or 52,000 crore. We are India's not only largest food company, but also largest FMCG company. Last 10 years, CAGR of increase in turnover is around 17%. You show me any Indian FMCG company which has continuously grown at this. And that too owned by, you see,
year on year.
I'm talking last 10 years, year on year. When I took 2010 as an MD, our turnover was 8,000 crores. This year, Amul brand is 52,000 crores. So it's not a small turnover.
Yeah, as you are saying, you have grown you're trying to grow out of Gujarat and you're trying to grow north.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What I meant expansion outside your geographical limitations.
Yeah, we have gone now. Like I said, now around 40% milk is coming from Maharashtra, Punjab, UP, Rajasthan, West Bengal. We are expanding every year, and it is not that with our going, local cooperatives have been impacted. They are also growing because they got a very efficient and transparent competitor. See, that is what we are saying.
What are your future plans?
Yeah. We are expanding. We are going to other states also. I think we'll be continuing expanding into other states because Gujarat, we have got no doubt Gujarat potentially is also growing. There is a lot of opportunity, but we'll continue to expand. Every year we are investing around 800 to 900 crore rupees in new dairy plants, new technology all over India. So we'll continue to invest.
No, your expansion plans will be concentrated only on milk and milk.
Mainly milk. Reason is, I told you potential is more, but no doubt we have added a little. We have tried to learn another also. I mean, recently we had entered into bakery product also, but that too only milk, dairy fat based, not vegetable oil based.
क्योंकि आपने पहले कह दिया ना मेरे इसी दौरान की आपका सब्जी जो है ना सफल हुई थी, सफल नहीं हुआ उतना, तो आपका उस तरफ प्रायोरिटी नहीं है. You are going only for white, not for...
Amul has never gone into the vegetable. It is the...
Safal is separate one. It is the mark that is another one. You are supposed to go to... You are saying हम लोग green में नहीं जाना चाहेंगे, हम लोग सिर्फ milk के अंदर ही रहेंगे.
जाएंगे सर, पर देखिए दूध में स्कोप ज्यादा है, opportunity better है. और देखिए vegetable में whatever you say, the whole supply chain is still managed by the small people. Whatever people may say that middleman. So middleman, if you've seen vegetable, who is the middleman? The wholesaler of vegetable or the retailer, and they are not very rich people. Lakhs of people are involved in vegetable distribution, and you can't define returns to the farmer in percentage in vegetables. You have to see what is the supply chain cost in per kg basis, and what is the shrinkage.
Shankar, you can ask, since you have written so much, because I am not that much well informed about this subject. I want to know just how this Amul name came up to be into that. There must be some history behind it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
An accidental white revolution. Accidentally, one man was pitchforked into Anand, and accidentally he met Tribhuvandas Patel, and they got along. And the amazing thing is, Dr. Kurian got along with Nehru, Patel, Morarji Desai, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi. I mean, and his treatment of all the prime ministers was the same.
नहीं, अमूल नाम कैसे आया?
देखिए, mid-50s, when milk procurement earlier, when we started Amul, our market was Bombay. Whatever milk was being collected, going to the Bombay. Then when surplus came with Dr. Kurian thought, why not convert into value-added form? Whether ghee is there, butter is there, condensed milk is there. Then question came, what brand? And that time, in the 50s, only no Indian brand, only English brand names are there. Consumer buying only English brand. So everybody said, let us go for English brand name. But Dr. Kurian said, this is Indian farmers owned company. Let us go for Indian name. So one of the chemists suggested Amul, priceless. Or also, I mean, not Anand Milk Union Limited, although there is no such organization, but that is. So that is why Amul was adopted. And Amul is now umbrella brand. I mean, we do not have sub-brands for ice cream or for cheese or any other product. Only everything is under Amul brand. So we have to spend minimum on brand building or advertising.
Mr. Sodhi, during Dr. Kurian's time, he had fought many battles with politicians for autonomy, independence, and then subsequently there have been other controversies and issues. So does Amul as a brand and the organization continue to enjoy the autonomy and the respect of successive governments as it used to earlier?
Yes, 100%. I can, I mean, you see, latest example is RCEP. Indian government withdrew
Yeah.
from ice cream,
Hmm.
from RCEP. Whereas, you see, more or less, you must have read in all the media, India
Yes.
government, but we realize that government of India is going for RCEP because of the briefing given by certain people based on very wrong data. That India is a milk deficit country, we'll be having this much short of milk, and we need lot of imports, otherwise there'll be shortages, this, that. But when we represented our case to the Commerce Ministry or another ministry with all that data and evidence, they immediately got convinced. And you know how India withdrew last moment? Not only dairy, whole agriculture, whole RCEP was it.
I know the other countries said that India built a wall of milk between the treaty and others. So I mean, milk was the single biggest concern of the government while looking at RCEP. That is true.
See, let me tell you, the day our PM announced in the Bangkok, that we are withdrawing, the next day New Zealand and Minister of Industry and Environment landed at Anand. He wanted to be sure that what we are saying is correct or we are talking lies. So we took him to the villages. Yes, then he said, yeah, it is source of livelihood for these poor people. So let us talk some other area of association, not import.
So, I will answer one question I want. What is the role of the government in Amul functioning? Is there any director there or any, I want to draw the
So let me tell you,
What is the role of the government as a whole there?
Yeah, let me tell you, in Amul or any of our associates, not a single penny equity is of government. So no role. All our board of directors are the farmers who are elected right from village cooperative society to the district to the federation. They employ professionals like me or my other colleagues are full professionals. We are nothing from nobody is from the government services deputy to. Yeah, because ours is registered under the cooperative society. So naturally, registered cooperative society depute their audit. Yeah. I mean, like SEBI is there for the companies. So for cooperative society, registered cooperative. So that is the only role.
I read somewhere, so if it is correct or not, you can confirm, that Dr. Kurian put one condition to the Prime Minister at that time, that you allow me to run Amul with one condition, that you will never depute an IAS officer to this organization. Is that correct?
Yeah. See, you're right. And it is that, government has also understood that with one organization for the last 72, 73 years, working so well, growing much more than the industry, taking care of farmers, why to interfere? So we are very fortunate in neither state or central government. But one thing is here, whenever we are in problem, we are in difficulty, we have gone to the state government, we have gone to the central government, and let me tell you, lot of things we got because ours is a farmers organization and we are in the positive side of the state and central government, which industries could not get the benefit.
So you have made other points, Odisha. The question is now Prime Minister's emphasis is more on farmers, agriculture and whatnot, and the milk production as 2/3 of it unorganized. Don't you think there is a need for a second white revolution in this country and Amul should be leading it?
Yeah, you're right. You see, like I said, 15,000 crore, Government of India has decided for dairy infrastructure fund. If I give you just figures, this 15,000 crore, you can build dairy infrastructure for 50 million liters per day. And 1 lakh liters milk which you get in the organized sector, you can create 6,000 jobs. 5,000 in rural India, 1,000 in the supply chain, collection and other things. So 6,000. So with 50 million, you can create 30 lakhs jobs, or 30 lakh rural families can be provided permanent, a stable source of livelihood. Now coming where? We are happening, migration happening. Where Eastern UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, and Northeast. And let me tell you, all these states are milk deficit states. Lakhs of crores of rupees milk is imported in these states from the other states. So if these migrant labor can be included in the milk supply chain by producing milk and providing a market as, these people can be provided very gainful, stable source for livelihood in the villages.
तो आत्मनिर्भर मोदी जी के आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लिए व्हाइट रेवोल्यूशन बहुत जरूरी है ना.
You see, for the rural India, and 70% लोग यहाँ. You see, when you talk about आत्मनिर्भरता, it is not only for the urban India, it is for the rural India. And rural India में अगर आप देखें, agriculture में growth, cultivation में growth is around 3%. But animal husbandry, which is today contributing only 4.5% to GDP, but their per annum growth is 14%. So their opportunity is there. So give them the opportunity in the animal husbandry, and they can be employed, they can be given permanent livelihood source. So I think this is the right direction government will have done. And only thing is, like you said, white revolution. So give these funds to National Dairy Development Board. They have implemented white revolution.
Mr. Sodhi, you
nothing but implementation of Amul. So they will do it.
Mr. Sodhi, you took away my closing question. Basically, I was going to ask you why Amul and NDDB is not pitching for a leadership role in the expansion. You know, if 15,000 crores and all the data that you have on deficit states and where demand and employment can be created. 36 lakh jobs is probably the number of people currently employed in central government. So it's an amazing data point to sort of work with. So has NDDB and has Mr. Sodhi pitched for a leadership role in letting Amul manage this expansion, the second white revolution?
Well, we have welcomed this step on the day it was announced, and we have already said that this, if money is utilized like White Revolution 1, it will definitely gain the desired result for this money has been set. And Amul is ready to put in what was the role of Amul in the White Revolution 1? Same, we are ready for White Revolution 2.
रेडी एक बात नहीं सोदी जी, रेडी एक बात है और want to do अलग बात है.
No, we can do it. I mean, if all the state governments agree, we are ready.
Sodhi, let me ask very straight question for my news item. That Amul is ready to lead the second white revolution. Is that correct?
Amul is ready, and I think because government of India set up National Dairy Development Board, so we are ready to cooperate with them to implement.
Cooperate or lead? Lead or cooperate?
I mean, that is what very tricky question because.
The way to say I am willing to lead if the government wants or if
the farmers are ready to lead.
Farmers led by Amul.
Yeah.
Sodhi.
Amul is owned by the farmers only. So we are ready.
You may be reluctant to say Sodhi is willing to ready, but I am saying
Amul is willing to read.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You can say.
Thank you. I have asked.
Thank you, Sodhi Saab. It's been, I do hope one of these days I will hear Amul vegetable, entering vegetable green thing, because unorganized, all the issues that you mentioned, it's clear that you have the knowledge. The organization has the connect, it has the goodwill of people, greater connect, and maybe it could deliver what it has delivered in milk to the other farmers. And on that day, I think Dr. Kurian will smile at us.
Yeah, definitely.
दो सब्जी दोनों चाहिए ना.
I mean, I think we'll make Shankarji happy one day.
Thank you,
Chawla sir. Thank you, Shankarji. Thank you.